All right, on to advertising now, and Dialdirect has given its brand positioning a complete overhaul. It's also partnered with the Joe Public Advertising Agency for this emotive piece of creative work.
Hi, baby. Hello.
Well, the light shivers offshore through the tides of ocean.
Yeah, now's a good time.
We are shining in the rising sun. As we are floating in the blue, I am softly watching you. Oh boy, your eyes betray what burns inside you. Is there anything I could do just to get some attention from you? In the waves I've lost every trace of you. Where are you?
Noah?
Where are you?
Where have you been?
I've been saving you time so you can come to my play.
'Cause I love you. Is there anything
We know how precious every minute is, so we won't waste any of yours.
So given that we all hate insurance, what's behind the strategy in selling financial services products, given that there is so much parity in the market these days? Well, let's discuss that. Pepe Marais is with the agency Joe Public. Carl Lowe is also with me, Chief Marketing Officer for Dialdirect. Gentlemen, welcome to you. Carl, to you first of all. Beautiful ads. Do they sell insurance? Surely price and special offer is far more important.
So, Jeremy, there's a place for both. If you look at what's happening in the market, especially in the last 4 or 5 years, there's an enormous amount of new entrants to the market, and all that they do is just add more clutter to the market with price, product, and even going as far as just animation ads. So it's cheap production value, and it's price, and that's where it pretty much stops.
But it's getting the message home.
It gets the message home, but I think there's nothing more substance to it. You know, the lifespan of that ad is pretty much a day or two. If you don't recall it often enough, it gets lost completely. So the reason why we went for something different is to break through that clutter and create something more emotive that is longer lasting.
Longer lasting, breaking through the clutter, Pepe Marais. How did you pick up this challenge?
In essence, we're emotional creatures. We connect emotionally. If you want a brand to really resonate with your customer, if you want to show intent, then go and connect emotionally. And I think we've put something out there which the brand, I really believe, is working very hard and have been working hard over the last year to deliver on, which is not wasting people's time.
Why is the not wasting time line so important, Carl?
I want to take you back, because we started this process more than a year ago, and we looked at Dial's positioning at that stage, and it was simple, smart insurance. And when we started looking at the proof points, how do you substantiate simple, smart? We actually said, well, it's become parity. Use the word parity. Everybody's doing the same thing. So we went through a re-engineering process in our organization. We looked at the call center in terms of acquisition. We looked at the claims processing process when you interact with a customer. We looked at policy services. And what we did is we re-engineered all of that stuff. And through that process, we said, okay, well, now there's more proof points that we can deliver. And through that process, we said, okay, we can get it done quicker. You know, so call center calls, in terms of when you phone in to get a quote, we got that down to 8 minutes pretty much if you've got a car only. And that's where we changed the payoff line for Dial then also.
And Pepe, you would contend, would you, that the time issue is more important than the price issue in this respect?
Well, to me, if you really look what happens when you go and say, take a car for instance, Carl mentioned the car. If you go and go and bump your car, you have a little accident, you don't really care about the money because your car's already covered through insurance. But the big thing is now my time. Geez, I don't have time to sort this nonsense out. Tapping into that emotional insight that insurance do deliver on, that's what we went for, and we can see the response. There's emotional need for people to connect more with brands. And if a brand like insurance that's so in the back of your mind can actually emotionally connect, it can only be positive.
The challenge is not to disappoint. and to maintain it.
Absolutely. But it's work in progress. So what we've done is we're in a good space now, but our evolution keeps on going on. So our online platform, we just keep on evolving that. In terms of our customer, the training and education programs to lift that experience, that's ongoing. And we'll keep on refining and get better and better. But I think we're in a good space.
And more broadly, Pepe Marie, and this is a final question, financial services advertising. Your agency is heavily involved in that space. What are the demands of banks, insurance companies making of their agencies these days?
In general, people want the work to work harder. And we've come through probably 2.5 years of doing more price-driven, and we saw it hitting a ceiling. And we're reverting back to what we believe works best, which is a heavy dose of emotion with still a little bit of the logic.
Good for the creative studio, which is a great thing. Pepe Marie, Cole, thank you very much indeed for joining me on Mags on Media.
There goes a couple of clowns demonstrating what I said.
Thousands of additional skateboarders.
Now, finally this week in the world of live news coverage, a lot can and will invariably go wrong. We found this mashup of the biggest news bloopers of 2014. Here's a quick taste. We'll put the full video on our Facebook page.
Coming up, I'm right here in Times Square, and I know he's here somewhere, and I cannot wait for the moment I can say I met...
I think he was supposed to get you.
As I said, the ambulance just left, a fire truck just left, and there's a firefighter there right now, but everyone is out safely. We're live tonight.
In Smithtown in Suffolk County tonight, she continues.
الأسواق الصاعدة هل هي بالفعل ما زالت صاعدة فهي مفاتيح
You're a very happy person tonight. Never a dull moment with these kings.
Szép számmal érkeznek a további üzenetek. Idős Balázs Lajos.
Not gotten into the worst part of this storm yet. That is to come a little bit later on tonight. So obviously here at the College of Charleston, they're already having a good time.
Well, as you can see, it's a tough business that we work in, and that's where we're going to end the program this week. Until next week, goodbye to you, and as always, thank you for watching.